in that cauliflower. It was a wrap. And I fried some potatoes. I knew I was going to sleep. It wasn't even no thing of trying to stay awake with it. Hey, I think I'm still kind of full right now. I think I'm still kind of full right now. I think the temperature must be dropping outside because it's starting getting a little chilly in here. What y'all doing over there? I didn't sleep. I had eyebrow all up, forehead, everything. I was knocked out, baby. That food was so good. Ugh. Food makes me happy. It really do. Oh man, I need some water. Hold on, y'all. Dang. I promise I just put some water in this freaking cup. Woo, 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 woo. Ooh, y'all. Hey, everybody. Hello. Y'all right from class earlier? Y'all all right? Did that good tight hug feel really good this morning, or y'all get on y'all assignments? Hey, hey. Eating eggs and rice with my daughter cooked. Ooh, I like eggs and rice. Y'all put a little cheese in the rice and sugar. Add one slice of cheese and some sugar in there and mix it real good and make it so creamy. My mama used to do that and put them eggs on top like grits, baby. Oh my lord, I ain't had that in a long time. I might have to make me some of that. You forget about them things because it just be me cooking and I'll be like, what is simple? Waffles. Hey, you said I'm ready. Listen, I just really got up. Hey, you were right when you said the church did not prep the people. I just asked someone of the church and they deleted my call. People thought I was being funny. Girl, my whole family on all sides is church folks. I mean, we got the thugs in there too, but most of the people in my family are ministers. I'm trying to tell you, ministers of music, ordained ministers, pastors, bishops. I don't be playing with y'all. I know the church people ain't ready because my family is the church people. On every side, all of them. I got Baptist preachers that are my uncles. I got apostolic and Pentecostal. I got non-denominational. I'm trying to tell you, aunties and uncles all ordained, babe. And not one of them believe this happening. Not one of them is prepared. This is what I'm trying to tell you. When I talk to y'all about church people, don't think, oh, CERCA's just talking. No, all my family is church people. Most of my uncles have had a church. I told y'all my grandmother just died. All my uncles on my mama's dad's side, on her first husband's side, like, I literally come from, even on my dad's side, my dad was a Kojic pastor or a minister. I'm trying to tell you that none of them. My real dad, Kojic pastor. My mom's, minister. My mom's first husband, apostolic pastor. Do you hear me? And then all my uncles on both, they owl. And no. I got one uncle that I think is prepping. Out of all of them people, one. I got two cousins that I think are prepping. No aunties. Cousins. Like I said, two. Three. Because I know I got one on my dad's side too. So one on my dad's side and two cousins on my mom's side. That's it. Out of all them descendants I told you my grandfather has. And they all claim to be Christian or go to church or whatever. And nothing. I tried to say, yeah, y'all thought I was being funny. I know. Them is the very people I be telling y'all won't answer the phone for me. Remember I told y'all my family members don't answer the phone and they didn't all got it together that I'm in a reprobate mind even though God keeps telling me every single thing that happens before it happens? Right, those people. Hmm. These are the same people that told me I shouldn't read the lost books of the Bible, and this is what started them telling people I was in a reprobate mind because I found the lost books. God brought them to me, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is the rest of it. And they was like, you don't need to be listening to her. She read. Well, they're the 66ers. That's where this all came from. All case study 102. I'm trying to tell you. So when I say I've sat with pastors, I've sat with bishops, I'm not joking. They're my uncles, a lot of them. Sat with pastors that my daddy did this the thing. PK here. PK grandkid, PK niece. PK right here. Why do y'all think that my desire to teach was outside of the church? Why do y'all think I told God that? Why do y'all now understand why I said, God, I just want to teach you. I don't want to teach all the religion and the rules of the church. I want to teach you. Thank you. Thank you. You see what I'm saying? I didn't want to teach we don't do that over here. We'll find it in the Bible. Well, it ain't in the Bible, then it's just our rules. We're not doing that. If you can't show me in the lost books or the Bible, I'm not just taking that. You hear me? Thank you. You see what I'm saying? Thank you, Miss April. It's we're not teaching uh tradition over here. We're not teaching tradition. We're gonna teach the word and that's it. And if it give you a tight bear hug or a kiss on your forehead, well, then that's what happens. That ain't my fault. I didn't write it. I did. So anyway, I told you, girl. And I'm not saying like, oh, I told you. I'm saying you doing your case studies is what you're doing right now. Who else is people are case studies now? You seeing it? What I was telling you about people's patterns, about their behavior, about they only if they're not talking about it on what the news is talking about, they don't know about it. They're not informed. If it's not on the news or on social media, they don't go looking for themselves. Now we all just repost some stuff because we think it's interesting or whatever, but like life changing situations, yeah, they don't research that. If the news ain't talking about it, they don't believe it. Mm-hmm. Told y'all. Once I learned that, I just start writing it in my journal because I'm not about to argue with you. But when it happened, you will see. How many of you all feel like that right now? How many of you all feel like, cuz I'm trying to tell you, or sis I'm trying to tell you, or mama I'm trying to tell you, but I mean, when it happened, I might not even be able to communicate with you that it's happening. Who remembers us talking about travel and roadways and railways and waterways? Who remembers us talking about that? We got to be very careful with what we say and how we say it. Should not have to say that, but here we go. Trains, planes, automobiles, and boats. Trains, planes, automobiles, and boats. Do we talk about it? Do you all remember in the beginning of this year what I said I didn't want to do? Anybody remember what I kept talking about in the beginning of this year for like the first 6 months of the year? I kept talking about a specific way of travel that I didn't want to do it. Anybody remember what it was? But a specific way of travel. Can you tell me what's going on at the end of the year? Four of them went down in 1 week. Interesting. I told you, I said, yeah, I won't be messing with no planes either because people are going to get sick on them. And then right after that did, and I was like, I don't know. I can't. Mm-mm. I don't know what it is, but I won't be doing that. Remember I kept saying, if I go, I'm going to drive. If I go, I'm going to drive. If I can drive it, I'm not going to fly. I'm going to drive. Who remembers me? I kept repeating that from like January all the way. I flew to Atlanta and I was like, I said, y'all, I won't be doing that no more. Remember? I got back February 29th. And I said, I don't want to get on a plane because normally when I get on a plane, I get sick. When I fly, by the time I get home, I'm sick. And then, too, I was like, if I can't drive it, I won't be going. And I had that feeling. And I don't care about flying. I'll fly. I did not feel led this year to fly after February. I know. Excuse me. And that's why I ain't went nowhere. If I couldn't drive it, my daughter was having emergency surgery. I left in the middle of the night to drive. You said you just flew and you're sick. Told y'all. I don't be playing. Nope. When you got back, I believe it. That's when I normally get sick, when I get back. On the way back. And that's why I be in my house. Now, do y'all remember us talking about perfume quality? And how different perfumes can make it hard to breathe? And that the perfume quality all over the stores and stuff might not be, you might have to put something over, like a napkin over your face, because the perfume quality is just going to be like really crazy. You guys remember? What's going on with the perfume now? Who remember when the perfume back in 22 was all over New York? Y'all remember? For days and days and days, it was just perfume everywhere. And they were like, oh, look at all this perfume. Y'all remember? What was that, 22 or 23? Where my New York folks at? Y'all remember when the perfume was all over New York and it was all over the news, then the perfume went from New York to Chicago? Remember? The perfume was all over New York, and then it cleared up in New York and the perfume got to Chicago. Remember? Interesting. And now the perfume is back. But it's not just in one or two places. The perfume is everywhere. It is neat. Oh, so you just gonna take the words out of my mouth? I was trying to get to it. Yeah, the perfume's everywhere. Did you have to buy a cute little handkerchief to put over your face just in case the perfume got really strong and it can make you nauseous or not feel well? Did you have to buy a little hanky to put over your face just in case the perfume quality wasn't, some perfumes you smell and they be way too strong. And it's weird too because it looks like it's mainly over the, yeah. Yep. It's all where the fashionable people are, isn't it? Who remembers us talking about hubs? Like Hubba Bubba, like bubbles. And some bubbles are big and some bubbles are small. But everybody like bubbles. And a lot of people go where the bubbles are, don't they? No, Miss. No, is it? I don't know your name, but no. No, don't type that. We're talking like we're talking for a reason. Absolutely not. That defeats the purpose of us talking the way we're talking. Gotta find another way to say it. So, um, yeah. Mm-hmm. Please, if you've already seen somebody say it online that way, find another way to say it because this is why accounts are being flagged. Do y'all hear me? Y'all be scaring me. I'm not joking. That's a scary thing. I'm not trying to be funny, but if we've talked about it for 2 to 3 years, why is it that it is not sticking? What am I doing wrong? Tell me. Because those kind of slips are not going to be able to happen in a minute. Sorry is not going to help. If they are wrangling the animals and certain words that they're looking for so that they know what's going on, you will show them where the animals are with that type of typing and talking. You cannot afford slips, y'all. Okay. When the people in Germany were were going into Poland, do you think they could afford them kind of slips? When the people were leaving slavery, do you think they could afford those kind of slips? You had to be on your A game at all times. And I don't think y'all really are grasping how serious this is going to be. All you gotta do is go back and think about Sweet Tooth. One slip got everybody messed up, did it not? One person giving entirely too much information about where they are and what they were doing and what was going on. Is that not what the enemy was looking for? Tell me. Y'all watch Sweet Tooth too. One slip is all it took. And then everybody around there was rounded up. I keep trying to get this to y'all that this is something you need to be practicing even with the people in your house. Who remembers at the beginning of the year when everybody's phones was acting crazy and then they came back on and they said, oh, AI is doing whatever with your phone right now? Y'all remember? People were getting the T-Mobile stuff and they're like, oh, they can take you to jail for what you type in your phone and whoopty wop. Did y'all forget about that? Did y'all? That was just at the beginning of the year. Don't get so comfortable that you forget all the things that have transpired since then. They haven't gone away at all. And those are the things that will be used to find the folks that they need to find. Hey, baby girl. Do you hear me? Do you understand? Because y'all say y'all do, and we got to keep saying the same thing every day. Even though I've been saying it for almost 3 years, I love y'all, but this is serious. No, I'm about to, because it's gray, so I'm gonna make it all the way gray. I'm just, because all this gray anyway, so I'm just going to have that good old Bratz highlight that we used to do back in the day. It was before Bratz, but that's what it's about to be. Thank you. Because who about to keep down the hair is not me, so I'm just going to get it to where it need to be. So all of this is gray, just right here. Because I'm over it. Because this ain't gray, but this is. But this ain't gray, but that is. I'm just about to make it all one. I'm over it. And it'll just be whatever colors it's going to be in the back. But this part is going to just stay gray because I ain't about to keep doing that. Thank you for snapping me out of my fussing. God know how to send them, don't he? Y'all think I'm fussing, but please understand, this is not a game. Y'all hear me? And the only reason I keep is because a split-second decision can cost you your life. Can it not? Thank you. It's greasy because I've been eating a lot of grease. I'm confused on what's happening. I'm sorry, I just got here. You'll have to go back and watch the rewatch. Anytime that you don't know, you just hop on over there to YouTube and you can inform yourself. Love you, Miss Lady. Do you hear me? A split-second decision. You hear me? Do you understand? And that's going to be even slimmer once things change. You are not going to have room for slip-ups like that. The wrong person hear it, the wrong person see it. Are you going to get rid of your clothes? Are you going to get rid of your clothes? You said you're getting rid of your phone, but me and Mari just talked about this the other day, and it's crazy because I found it when I was cleaning out my closet, and he sent me a picture of one. Let's talk about it. might have threw it away when I was straightening it up, but I sent Mari a picture of it. Dang it, I think I threw it away. But I looked at one of my, you know how I told you I always shop on the clearance rack at Walmart, and I'll probably find it after we get out of here because I think I put it up somewhere to show y'all. But in the back of the Walmart tag that be on all the clothes, me and Mari just, let me get my phone. I can show you. Oh no, it's on here. It's on this one. They're in your clothes. Okay, they're in the of your jeans. That's been going on since before 2012. This is how they do certain demographic information for how many shirts to send. It ain't because they marked it off. You said found one on a pan you bought yesterday, exactly, and they don't need anything to listen into that device because it doesn't need a battery. I'm gonna be honest. I can see why so many people are gonna be caught off guard because there can be a serious conversation happening and people just be in another world. Y'all think I be trying to be funny or whatever when I say this is why I don't be running with folks? Because people just, they be all over the place. You want to know why sometimes I get irritated? It's because we be having serious conversations. Please tell me, every single class that you have come here, you've seen that whatever you might think is random information and hurry up and get to the Bible or hurry up and get to this and that, you've seen that somebody literally comes in here pretty much every day and like, oh my God, this is literally what I'm going through. This is a conversation I just had this morning, last night. I just wrote in my journal about it. So whether it seems like it's valuable information to you or not, there are people that might be watching on the outside and they might have a question. And God will have me just talking about random things and we don't know. Sometimes I don't know where that came from, but it's the person in here that'll be a user 24630 to say, I literally just had this happen to me today. And this is my first time in this class or whatever it is. So there is information that might not seem valuable to you. But you're not the only person in the class either. And so, two, the reason I get upset is if you are going to be careless enough when I have already explained to you for over 2 years that they've been trying to get rid of my account and now we got an account warning and you keep slipping, you don't want this to be class. Because I can see if I just start saying it now because we got it. I've been saying it for over 3 years, or right at 3 years, have I not? From the time we got on here, I said I don't know how much time I got with y'all because normally they be getting rid of me. So please be careful in what you speak. I have to say that every single day, and I should not. Because you can't tell me you love this place or you love being in this place, and then the things that I ask y'all not to do so that we can keep it, you keep doing it. When I literally told y'all they are recording every keystroke and I could tell you all the comments, and they took that off, and now it's just in our community, we blah blah blah. They keep saying that I am violating uh guidelines by the things that are being typed here. Sorry is not gonna get our account back if they just get rid of it. And this is where people come to find information. So you really be as selfish and careless when you do that. Because it's not like I don't say it every single week. CERCA, why don't you do this anymore? We just keep getting restrictions because people don't listen. Both of them. Y'all don't remember when they kept blocking us over here? We started getting blocked off of here too. Y'all don't remember? That's how we got Instagram. Remember? We didn't have Instagram at first. So no matter where I'm going, y'all like, oh, get another one for what? And y'all gonna keep doing the same thing. I'm not. I'll be on this, and when this go away, I got that other one. But when this, I'm not doing that for everywhere we go for me to have to keep saying the same thing, and every single time the same thing. And then it's like, well, I gotta go. It keeps happening. So I'm gonna go get a whatever else it is, and then we'll get. I'm not doing that. If y'all don't want to meet together, then the same things will keep happening. And that's what I'm going to keep saying. Because I try to talk in a way that you understand without saying it since I've been here. And I mean, I don't really know what else y'all want me to do. And that's why I be frustrated, because it's almost 3 years later, 1,000 days almost, and I'm still having to say the same thing to grown adults. It blows me. With all the things that have transpired, I can see if none of the things that I talked to you about had ever happened or come true, but they do. So you gotta know that it's the reason I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm not just saying it for nothing, I promise. How much information have you learned here that you might not have seen anywhere else? And I'm talking about with stuff that got to do what's going on in our world. We knew about Canada's medicine thing almost 2 months before it came to America. So you have to think about what you are limiting or what we won't be able to get if that goes away. Okay, so this is why I be frustrated, because we've been able to stay ahead of the curve by God placing us out here together. But if you're going to be careless and selfish and be like whatever and think sorry is going to take that away, that's not fair to the rest of us. And it's definitely not fair to me, because again, most times they not coming and knock on your door. They going to be over here at my house. So it's almost selfish to keep doing it. And I would hate to block people that have been here for a long time, but we are coming into a time where those kind of slips cannot happen. And I keep saying it. When I'm talking the way that I'm talking, you just need to know. Not talking about perfume and handkerchiefs for nothing. It's because if I say the wrong thing in the middle of me saying it, we could go away. And whether y'all believe it or not, I've worked very hard to do all of this, because remember, there's no team of people behind me. So it's unfair. If you can't respect it, don't come to class. That's what I'm going to say. Because I don't want to start getting rude and nasty. Now, somebody tagged me in the video about the perfume. I think it was you, Hatsmata. Okay? Somebody tagged me in a video about the perfume. And I think it was Hatsmata. And in the perfume was gold flakes. Do you hear me? In the perfume is actually gold flakes. And gold flakes transmit information and energy, do they not? Gold is a conductor, right? Of energy. Am I right? Right? They use gold to conduct energy like they use copper. So in the perfume is gold flakes that are transmitting information. We was talking the other day. What's the kid movie, Osmosis Jones? Y'all remember what happened in Osmosis Jones? Y'all took y'all kids to see it, or you was a kid that watched Osmosis Jones? Y'all remember? Who seen Osmosis Jones with Will Smith? I was a kid and I seen it, but I can't remember. Okay, so the next time, well, let that be the kid movie y'all watch. Okay, just go look up the review on Osmosis Jones real quick. I ain't gonna tell you. Yeah, but that's not the gold flakes I'm thinking about, Southern Girl. Okay, go look up the thing and then watch it with the kids since they're home. They gonna love it, especially if you got like what do you call them? Elementary probably. It's a really good movie. Yeah, with the kids. Watch it. It's on Tubi too. Thank you. Yeah, watch that. But just go look real quick and look up the, description and then come back. The first couple words should tell you what I'm talking about. It's really good. That and Shark. What is the Shark Tale? Baby girl, you'll have to go watch the rewatch to find out. Okay? You can go over here to YouTube and just run it back about 10 minutes and you'll be able to know everything I'm talking about, okay? Silver Souls. Silver Souls, you know I could have told them that, right? It's the reason I didn't. Y'all got it. Remember we talked about just when you know, you just know and not say. Y'all remember? Was you in class yesterday when I was talking about that? So if I'm not saying it and you know it's something that I can say, no, I'm sorry doesn't get it because you were here the other day and I just talked about that. I'm tired of I'm sorry. I'm going to be honest. You've been here plenty of times when I done popped off on somebody. Y'all got to stop that. Come on, Nick. Girl, here. You can tell who ain't. I can tell some of y'all would get caught by the police if we was trying to get away with a crime. Niecy Pooh, if you don't tell them, I'ma just give you the microphone so you can say it louder. There. And why y'all think I do not run with folks. Baby, my niece picked up on it. Cause damn, we about to be hunted. And y'all just baby, that's why Auntie didn't have to worry about none of that. You've been here other days. Love you, but you've been here other days. You've been here other days when I done went off. Everybody. If you've been here longer than 2 months, you didn't hurt me. If I'm not saying it, I'm not asking you. I said, go look at it. I could have easily said it. And I do that all the time. I'm not taking no more sorries for that stuff, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm not. Like, it's too much. You can't go back and watch a rewatch without me telling somebody that. I don't even have to talk to my kids that are under 30 this much about just not letting, just fly out your mouth. I be offended that y'all don't listen. But keep expecting me to come on here. Like, come on. Our account is in jeopardy of being taken. I don't know how much more I have to say that. And it won't be back. So if you like being here, bridle your tongue and your fingers. Period. I should not have to say this every day. Unless you are a newbie, people ain't gonna have time to keep telling you stuff. They gonna give you one time in the time that we are coming in. If you don't follow directions, ain't nobody gonna be responsible for trying to protect you, trying to nothing. I keep saying, be careful, everyone. It's just popped up. Comments are being filtered. This is what I keep trying to tell people. And I have to say it every day. CERCA, they're not letting my comments come through. I wonder why. You haven't seen my last 5 comments. Y'all don't care. Wonder why I'm irritated? Because I got to repeat the same thing, and y'all know I hate doing that. And like my niecey Pooh said, baby, you cannot be in the streets being like that, baby. Ooh, that whatever y'all got going ain't gonna last long. You get to be like, you got to be able to poker face a nigga. You said who? You can know exactly who they talking about. You said what? I mean, it's a lot of people named that. I didn't say I didn't know nobody. I didn't say I didn't know them. But I don't have to tell you who I know. They already finna ban TikTok. So you know they want, baby girl. Baby girl. Baby girl. And I done told y'all all the stuff that's going on with my car and all of this kind of stuff. That my y'all know my visor, my thing on my car is still looking like a camera, right? I'm gonna take a picture of it and show it to y'all so y'all can see what I'm talking about. And I probably have a picture where you can see me taking a picture of it's blue like a freaking camera. My thing on my rear view mirror, I've had the car. Y'all know when I bought it. It's been clear every time I hopped in. Baby, that bad boy look just like some reflector glasses. And overnight this happened. But remember, I told you I think I feel like somebody broke in my car. That's when my glasses came up selling. Well, that's when that damn thing got to be in blue. And it ain't turned back. Sometimes it's clear, sometimes it's blue. I can't even see the cars behind me. It's so blue. Two different times I done got in my car and my seat done been pushed back. Baby, I'm the only one that got keys to it. And just because I don't tell y'all everything that's going on, that's because the owls is here. But understand, the crazy thing is, the other day when I took all that stuff, I felt like my tire was loose. Then my daughter has that very accident, has that situation happen last night. Like, I didn't tell y'all, but I got on the highway like, what the heck? Felt like some bolts on my tire was loose. That's exactly what it felt like. And then it happened to my daughter on her way back from, what's the name? Like, that just happened to you. I'm trying to tell you. Are you talking about the entrance? At this point, since you've said it time and time again in my Kendrick voice, sometimes you have to pop out and show a nigga, block a nigga, gotta make examples, auntie, because it's ridiculous. And I'm not singling one person out, I'm singling everybody that do it out. If I didn't have to yell at you in the last year about it, why do I even have to say it again? We are grown. And this is why, like, I've literally been asking God to bless me with the finances or the way for us to get some leak pads. You know how leak pads all be connected together on the water and they just look so pretty? I've been asking God to get us some leak pads. But that scares me. Because what if God does bless us with leak pads and we get the leak pads all set up all pretty, and then somebody that don't know how to not run their mouth ruins it all for everybody and just comes splashing through the lily pads? Loose lips really do sink ships for real. You seen what's going on in the Republican community? Hey, Pumpkin. Words broke up that foundation real quick, didn't it? It wasn't no blows. It wasn't no actions. Words started sinking that ship. Did it not? Did it? Everything that's going on in the Republican community right now, it wasn't nothing but words, tweets. As a matter of fact, something somebody wrote on the internet. Come on, Niecy Pooh. Talking cash. Oh, and I ain't gone, and I ain't, and I wish I would, because they ain't good enough anyway, and all that old stuff. Okay. You think the Carters got people showing up at people's houses for nothing, and you don't think people was watching what you put on the internet? You think the dealer got private investigators showing up to influencers' houses, and you don't think you should watch what you put on the internet? You seeing people put videos up of the Dior bags and saying that folks then came to their house. I don't know how much more serious it need to be for y'all. I'll be back. Y'all be paying attention. Y'all better open your eyes up. Look here. Y'all is crazy. Who remembers this from the beginning? Anybody remember these boxes? Oh, excuse me. And if you get cut, it's no one else's fault but your own. Because if he tells her cut the list, people are going to. Nephew, come on in. Come on in. I'm about to show you. Give me a kiss, boy. Turn your face around. Here. My breath might smell like garlic a little bit. You just hit it right on the nose. I'm about to show you something. Oh, nephew, you hit it on the nail. You give me one moment. You sure did. Let me get that real quick. Hold on 1 second. You said it. Do I got coffee and water? I don't. We about to do it. I'm about to show y'all something. You just stay right there. You did spark the flame over here. Give me 1 moment. You just stay right there. I'm about to show you something. Give me 1 second. Ooh, excuse me. All right. Can you get your handy dandy notebook? You can't write that, J. Smith. I'm a screenshot. Let me get my phone. Let me help y'all real quick. Maybe I won't do this anymore. Hey, okay. I need y'all to go to Judges 7. I'm about to show you something. Judges 7. Go to verse 4. Thank you, nephew. Go to Judges 7, verse 4, and we in the ERV. Matter of fact, let's just start at 7 and 1. Start at 7 and 1. We just gonna do it all. Come on. Early in the morning, Jerubbaal, Gideon, and all his... do you see that Jerubbaal and Gideon have the same name? Because they the same person? So you will see Jerubbaal in one book, and you will see Gideon in another. But guess who it is? The same person. One of them is probably a name from when they were taken into captivity in Babylon, or they was born there and got loosed from there, and they had a Israelite name or a Hebrew name, and then they had their other name. Okay, moving on. And all his men set up their camp at the spring of Harod. The Midianites were camped in the valley at the bottom of the hill called Moreh, north of Gideon and his men. Then the Lord said to Gideon, I am going to help you to help your men defeat the Midianites, but you have too many men. I don't want the Israelites to forget me and brag that they saved themselves. So make an announcement to your men and tell them anyone who is afraid may leave Mount Gilead and go back home. At that time, 22,000 men left Gideon and went home, but 10,000 still remained. Then the Lord said to Gideon, there are still too many men. Take the men down to the water, and I will test them for you there. Here we go. I will say, this man will go with you. If I say this man will go with you, he will go. But if I say that one will not go with you, don't take him. So Gideon led the men down to the water. There, the Lord said to him, separate the men like this. There we go with that BS. Come in. Here we go. Separate the men like this. Those who drink the water by using their tongue to lap it up like a dog will be in one group. And those who bend down to drink and will be in another group. There were 300 men who used their hands to bring water to their mouth and lap like a dog does. All the other people bent down and drank the water. The Lord said to Gideon, I will use the 300 men who lapped the water like a dog. I will use them to save you, and I will allow you to defeat the Midianites. Let the other men go home. So Gideon sent the other men of Israel home. He only kept 300 men with him. Those 300 men kept the supplies and the trumpets of the other men who went home. You said what, Mari? You said what, Mari? You said if God say let them go. Gideon said, okay. Everybody ain't fit for war. You said, well, I just saw just 300, right? Out of 22,000. Your 300 story. Ain't a movie called 300? And the dude that led the 300 crew wasn't supposed to be a mighty warrior at first, right? But then he ended up collecting all the misfits and making it work. So they be selling you the Bible in a different thing. Ain't that interesting? Look at it. Look how they do. They told you it's Roman or Greek name, probably. It's all biblical. Do you think God knew who was going to get in the way? If y'all ain't paid attention, God always picked the people that's ready to get down and dirty. Y'all see it? He always picked the people that's ready. He said, take the ones that just went head first into it. The ones that pulled it up to their mouth. And he said, I want the nigga that ain't scared to get down. Yeah, he already got them picked out. Come on. He said the ones that brought it up, I don't want them. He said the one that went head first and laughed like a dog, nigga, that grabbed them. He said, because they going head in, nigga. They ready. They ain't scared to get dirty. They ain't scared to get down. You hear me? It was some that was scared and was going to turn around anyway. It was some that was too prim and proper to get dirty. He said, give me the ones that's going to get down and dirty. Yeah, give me them. Everybody ain't going to be able to go. They ain't never scared. How did David run up on Saul? David had to humble himself and get on the ground. And was right behind a nigga. He was the modern day Plies. I be waiting in your bushes. Yeah. He said, I had you. Here go your robe. I was right behind you, nigga. You didn't even know it. I could have got you. You didn't even know it. I could have been. You didn't even know it. What does spiritual warfare mean to you? Have you ever watched Supernatural? Anybody in here ever watched Supernatural? Y'all bought it for me, thank you. Anybody ever watched Supernatural? The show with Sam and Dean. Anybody? Can you tell me how quickly the entity took over the person? How fast did it happen? In a second. And wasn't they always using a person, a regular person that a person thought they knew, to get in the door? And then as soon as that entity was in the door and they got the person talking, thinking they were talking to the other person, it switched. And they like, yeah, thank you for telling us where y'all went. They on our way. We on our way. Thank you, Mr. Eric. Ain't that how it happened? Do y'all realize that's how spiritual warfare works right now? The demon only needs to hear a little bit. Who read he came and set the captives free? Anybody? You started he came and set the captives free and saw how the demons talk to each other. Ain't that how it goes on Supernatural? I'm going to tell you an even easier way to know. Have you ever thought about somebody then they call your phone? And it's probably somebody you don't need to be thinking about. Or you look down at your phone, it buzz, and oh my God, it's a text from them, and you ain't seen them in God knows how long. You ain't talked to them in God knows how long. But the moment that you thought about them, they hit your line, your inbox, your whatever, somebody called you and told you they seen them. Oh, the demons have a very oiled and well-oiled machine. Do you understand? It could be a demon that hop in your cousin. Wait till they get tipsy. Bring the person that you don't want to be looking for you, and they'll come sit right down next to them. Ain't that how they show us how it work in the movies? And the person don't even know who they talking to. They don't know that they're talking to the enemy. They think they're talking to whatever, but there's a spirit that has been trying to get back to you, and it's going to hot bodies until it get to you. So it'll have a complete stranger that you, like, however it works, get the information to turn around and go back over here. They just need to hear what they need to hear. Isn't that how intelligence works? You don't even know who you're talking to. How many times have we seen a movie where a person come and sit down next to a person at a coffee shop and they don't even know that that's the person that's hunting them? You said today? Keish. You said Truth just dealt with that. Both of y'all? You said you just opened my eyes to some mess that recently happened to me. Just had the conversation tonight. Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. Spiritual warfare works quickly. That's why I be like, don't tell my business to nobody. You said pop up off the page. I'm trying to tell. This is why I be trying to tell people, do not tell people my business. And did I test y'all to see if y'all was trustworthy with my business? And y'all the World Wide Web, but did I trust y'all? Came in twos. Where's the three? Uh-oh. Wasn't even single 4 hours when my ex got my number. Interesting. Same here after Christmas. Did I? Who remembers the main test to see if y'all was going to repeat my business? What was it? Anybody remember the exercise? I know y'all be sick of me. I love y'all too. It's okay. We family. Anybody remember what it was? I said, if somebody come in here, I done already said it, I think it was 2 days. I said, but you don't get to tell my business. If somebody say, Circa, what's wrong with your eyes, and I don't give them the answer, you don't get to answer for me. You don't get to tell nobody what's going on with my eye. It's not your business to tell. And you tell them info that is a part and may not be true, just to see what get back. Come on, nephew, do. I ain't gonna say it ain't true, but I ain't gonna give you everything. See how much get back to me. It's exactly what you told them, because you specifically give in. Come on, come on. Don't y'all think that's gonna be an important skill here coming up? Think about what could potentially be going on soon, and you don't think that that's a good skill. How you gonna know who the mole is? You got mole rats in your yard? They put holes in there where people can fall in and get hurt. You would need to know how they move, would you not? You said been teaching my 3-year-old all week. Okay. I'm just saying. Been testing people around me. They falling and they don't even know I know. Baby, listen, Keisha, you be like. And then you give the poker face, babe, because, ooh, off the list. I've been out here since I was 11 years old on my own. And even the people, my family and whoever else I thought I could trust, I could not. And so I learned that skill early, to only give out certain things and see what come back to me. You said all you have is your daughter? Okay. Who remembers this when we first started? Interesting. My circle's so small, it's pretty much a dot, girl, that part. Who remembers this? Y'all remember these? I said they're cute. They came with rings in them from Lord of the Rings, remember? Okay. What is this called? We did give some away too. I gave away like 2 or 3, and somebody sent me another one, and Yep, but what is it called? It's okay. Anybody remember what this is called? A cryptics, or it's another word for it too. It starts with a C as well. No. There's a book called this as well. A cipher. A cipher. Can you tell me what a cipher is? What's the definition for cipher? A decoder, a message in code. Interesting. Secret or disguised way of writing. Interesting. Hey, Punkin. So, there's a way of speaking and typing that I've asked you to do since you got here. Is it not? But I showed you something first, and then I worked on that very thing for almost 3 years. And I've learned the people that have gotten it, and I've learned the people that haven't. Do you understand why this and the word that you just looked up are so important? 3 years later, 2 years later. hmm Who understands why this, in the beginning, that people just thought was a whatever, was a whole lesson in itself? That everybody should not know every single thing, and if they're trying to get some information, they should have to work to get into it. It shouldn't be English easily decoded. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when I say just because you know don't mean you have to say, and if you say it, you need to find a different way. I've been saying it from the beginning. But let this be I showed you, and then we worked on it. But 1,000 days is a long time for people not to get it. We have over 1,300 classes. Even if you went to 300 of them, you've heard me say it, it's too long. And as you can see, that when it's time to do what you got to do, God has no problem getting rid of the folks that ain't really about that life or that's going to mess up his plan. It took me a long time to be okay with him making people walk away. But once I got used to it, it is what it is. Because I understand that whatever the next stage is, you could cause some problems if you don't understand, or if you choose to not learn, or you choose to not listen, then you can put other people in jeopardy, and that's not okay for me. And whether y'all believe it or not, this is not a movie. I know it feel like one, but you will live through it. And what I mean by that is, whatever you feel when the movie theater be rumbling and jumbling, real life. The running and the whole heart beating fast, real life. Not in a movie anymore. This is the movie. It is. And the cool thing is, God keeps giving you the script. He didn't give it all to you. He's giving it to you page by page so that you're not overwhelmed. He's giving you time to learn the role, learn your lines, so that you can be ready for the next scene. This is serious. We have not ever, in my 44 years, had the things going on in the great blue that are going on now that I know of. And I've been a skywatcher forever. That part. Let this be in your mind when you get ready to respond to a comment, please, or a question. My niece came in here and said, "Yep, y'all be the people that'll get us messed up." I love you, girl. You said what TT wanted to say. I was trying to be nice, so God had my wing niece for me. He had my wing niece. She came right in and was like, "Yep." So no, Auntie ain't gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it. Y'all got us all messed up in the game, boy. She came because I was trying not to say it without saying it, babe. Like, yeah, y'all couldn't have been in the hood with me. I wanted to say it so bad, but my niecey poo came in. I had my wing meats, babe. You know how like when you say something and a person pop their head and say, yeah, but and then come out. That's how she hit me. That's how she hit y'all. She came right in and popped in and said, yeah, nah, couldn't have been. And pop right back on out, my wing niece. She had me together, babe. Message, right. That part, exactly. Came right in and said what the Lord, listen, he'll give you a witness. You said, I can see it in your face. You be tired of driving. Listen, Niecy Pooh. Goodness gracious. Like, what? Girl, you came in and hooked me up because Auntie was trying to, I be wanting to say other stuff, but the Lord is working on me. Hoo-wee. This is how you know certain people never ran in the circles that they say they ran in. Like, if they say certain things, ain't no way. Ain't no way. You can go tell that story somewhere down the road, because that's not the truth. You wasn't nowhere over there. You seen it on TV. I can tell by your actions. You synced it on TV. You ain't, because people that been around certain things, they move differently. People that they move different. It's just stuff they just don't do because it be in them, not on them. Oh, I be with lies. You don't. And if you do, you the person they always send into the store so they can talk about the real stuff. And then by the time you get back, they back on the subject they was on when you left. They heard the car coming. Am I lying? We ain't got no brothers in here to tell the truth. We got any brother Mari? Am I lying? Listen, we got some brothers in here. Eric. Eric said, okay. Eric said, oh, okay. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't, hey, bro, we need some, yeah, you want to run down there? All right, so look, nigga. Hey, we ain't discussing nothing in front of this nigga. So go ahead. You said what now? Yeah, man. All right, here he come. Hold on. Actions will always speak louder and quicker than words. Come on. Yeah, you come back ready to turn up. We didn't discuss the whole plan and went back to the regular. Yeah, you just can't be privy to it, nigga. Because we didn't put the bait out there and you took all the cheese. We all had a cheese for you. And you got a cheese off of everybody's plate. And probably then went and called as soon as you left the house. Like, yeah, nigga, we about to make these plans, nigga. Nigga, I'm doing big things, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Making these moves. You know I'm here hanging around some heavy hitters, nigga. You know it. Then you got to go up in the store because you feeling like, yeah, nigga, nah, yeah, nigga, I was just over there with my boy. Nah, nigga, you know, the one with the red car with the only Rams in the city. I ain't gonna say his name or nothing, no, but, yeah, he the only one. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Hold on, let me turn my phone down, bro. Yeah, you said what now? Nah, man, we about to make this big old little move, give us a little cheddar or something. I'm sorry, how much, little mama? All right, you said that's gonna be $4. Okay, here you go. Nah, bro. Yeah, I'm about to come up, nigga. I mean, we're and And it's a nigga in the back of him sitting just like this with his soda. Standing behind him with his little chain. Yeah, I know exactly where that nigga live at too. You said Tuesday, huh? Hey. Okay. Tuesday. I know the nigga that got the only red car with the rims that ain't no, but I know exactly where that nigga be. Am I wrong? Okay. It's a nigga in the back with his pork chop sandwich and his fries on his last $40. Baby mama in his ear. He done spent the last 15 of her food stamps to come in here to this store and get a fried pork chop sandwich and some wings to take home with some fries, add the extra seasoning. But he got to come up with something for the morning. And you just told him where to go. Literally. He know exactly where to go. Because you already know what it is. You already know. Am I lying? Oh, stop me. Am I wrong? You hear me? Am I wrong? Y'all know I'm not wrong. Y'all know I'm not wrong. I pay attention to if I'm on the phone with you, if you put your earphones on. I pay attention if you keep me on speakerphone. I pay attention if you let me talk about my business and you let other people be in the car with you and you don't tell me or in the room, baby. I pay attention to all of that. Dude. Because that's the nigga that'll have somebody sitting on the side of them and you can't see them. And they listening to everything and you don't even know. Yeah, nah. Mm-mm. Oh, no, they... Yeah, bro, what's up? Nah, I'm in the car. No, I heard what happened. Yeah, where you at? All right. Okay, nah, it's cool. I mean, yeah, I'm cool with them, but you know what I'm saying? You know how we do. Yeah, bro, so where you at? You at your grandma's house? Bet, where you going after that? All right, yeah, one. And be like, that nigga at his grandma's house. And he going to his baby mama house. He'll be there at 7:30, nigga. Line up. Let's do this. Because you got to tell everybody who you know and where you be. No, thank you. Two. No. Mm-mm. Nope. Two, I pay one other thing. I pay attention to who always having close calls, but always doing some dirt. Next thing you know, they pull up with the come on. Chicks do it too. Mm-mm. I always pay attention to who always having close calls. Nigga, I was in them, and man, you'll never believe who was in there. Then I was over here, nigga. This nigga ran up on me. Oh, you pillow talk a lot. Too many people know just where you about to be. How you done had 7 run-ins in a week with niggas you don't mess with? How was you sitting in a barber chair and the nigga walk up in the barber shop and you been going there 20 years, you ain't never seen that nigga in there? Nigga, who is your hoe? That's what I need to know. You need to drop her right now. Either your hoe or your homeboy, or it's your hoe and your homeboy, and they trying to get you out the picture. I don't know which one, but you too many people know where you at. You can't go nowhere without running into your ops, niggas. Something's wrong. Got the same pet. I'm trying to tell you. To I just don't understand how you just been in the game so long, but you keep getting, boy, I don't believe it. And social media, listen, but this was before the days of social media, nephew, and it was still happening. This was happening in 1993. That's how I can talk about it. Wasn't no social media back then. Social media was meeting up at the hood parks and the, you know what I'm saying, the rec centers and stuff, and it was still happening. I'm trying to tell you, way before social media. Listen, I'm trying to tell. It's been a thing. People crazy. Seems keep your head up. I'm trying to tell you. But look at even if you look at the Bible, who were the most treacherous people to the person that God had gave favor to? Who was it? You can't access the king unless you got access to the king. You got to have access to this dude. So that means you got to get in with somebody that's good with him, whether it be his daughter, his son, his nephew. You can't just walk up to the king. So that's a plan. You got to watch and look and see and learn and observe. Oh, okay, so then that's the grandma and that's the big. Okay, all right. You hear me? Cupbearer, yes, and more, right. Hand of the king, cupbearer. You got to get in close to be able to get, come on. It's only the closest people to you that know your business most times. Where you be, when you gonna be there, how long you gonna be there. You don't tell that to just random strange, well, people do now. But on a normal basis, you're not just about to knock on all your neighbors' doors and tell them you about to be gone. You might tell one neighbor on your street that you actually mess with, hey, me and the family are going on vacation. Can you keep an eye out on my house? Right? Are you going to knock on every neighbor's door in your building and tell them you're going out of town? Hell no. And why you not? Because you know one of them niggas in there is not trustworthy. Somebody going to kick that door in. They don't care about no damn camera. They'll have that thing on just like this. It'd be and be in that thing. You heard me? They do not care about that. Niggas scale walls like Spider-Man. I done seen it. What you mean? What is you talking about? Just don't care about that. You was not about to tell them niggas you gone. Might go out in the hallway. Yeah, mama. I'm so happy you here, mama. I'm so happy. Now, I really appreciate you for watching over my house and stuff. Ain't nobody in there. You said me. You hear me? And then I always said, never tell the right hand. Come on. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all when I get back. Don't tear up my house. You got the lights on, remote, so you can have your music, Siri. Play the music in the kitchen in the living room. You all the way turned up somewhere in New York. Siri, don't forget to turn my music off in the living room. Play the song you always play when you clean up. Mm-hmm. I know how it go. I'm trying to tell you. Same thing with this. It's the same thing with this. That's why when people be like, CERCA, where are you at? You said you is preaching. I'm trying to tell you, listen. And my Siri just answered you. Hello. Hello. Ooh. Hilarious. You said Siri just answered. She said, what's up? What you want me to play, girl? Too funny. But think about it, y'all. You watched Thief in the Night, didn't you? It should be mandatory on this app. Never know who was watching. Pumpkin. And this is why when people used to be acting like I was rude, they used to be telling I was rude for telling them to mind their damn business. I don't got to tell you everything about me. I don't have to tell you what I don't want to tell you. You need to understand that. I don't have to. I tell you what I want you to know. You don't get, I mean, what good is knowing my health or whatever? That ain't about to change your life, none or pay none of your bills. You just being nosy. No. Well, I mean, you put your life on the internet, right? What I want to tell you. And that's it. I don't have to tell you nothing else that's going on with me. I don't have to tell you nothing if I don't want to. It's some people that come on here and sit and look at the camera and say, I'm not going to talk until somebody made me laugh. And you know what crazy humans do? Ding 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 ding. Nigga just gotta sit there and say, I'm not gonna do nothing until you. You be like, this is for real. This is crazy. And this is entertainment. Watching a person be quiet. Yeah, I'll probably never be able to entertain that way. Listen, I'll never be able to entertain that way. It wouldn't work. That would not be, it will not be for me. Quite the opposite, probably. Nope. Going back to what we was talking about. The Quiet Place. Was it called The Quiet Place? With boy and girl? Is that what it was called? What was that movie called with where she named her kids boy and girl? Thank you. Bird Box. Okay. But wasn't it something called The Quiet Room too? Or The Quiet something? Wasn't there a movie called The Quiet Room or something like that? Or no? Something quiet, wasn't it? Or silent, something. It was Bird Box, but then it was something else. The Quiet Place. Okay, I knew it was something else, and it was almost similar, right? They're kind of like similar movies. Okay. So you think that was for no reason? You think that was relevant to a lot of what's going on right now? With the perfume in the air? How the waters are stirring down, most definitely interesting. You said you're a god? Oh, you said we gotta come up with a new. Got it. I was about to say, you know my eyes zeroed in. I got you after that. I said, wait a minute. He meant gotta. He meant gotta for sure. Jay, you can't type that kind of stuff here. You ain't been here maybe in a while. You can't type none of what it really is. You gotta say something else for it. You can't type that. You gotta not that first word. You gotta type something else, like plates or trash cans. I was talking to the other Jay Cochran 24. Not you, Jay Ho. Y'all gotta you gotta use every. That's why we just pulled out the cipher. That's what it's for. That. Hmm. Yeah, those are the words they looking for. That's the stuff that is getting people's. That's why that lady is talking about Dior bags. She ain't just saying that for no reason. That's what I. Right. I've been trying to tell you. You ain't gonna be able to say what everyone say. It's not gonna be okay. But yeah. So, what was we saying? Oh, the perfume in the air. Um, we watched a movie recently where they was spraying red perfume in the air. You speak, my phone companion be listening, saying, "What was that?" Who, who? Is that an owl in here? It sure is. The owls is watching. This is a representation. But you said, but don't never do that for me. I believe I told you. And what y'all say, my voice is distinctive? Y'all say that all the time. You hear me? But these beings is watching. And if you know who I'm talking about, then you know what I mean. Well, hello there, Mr. Owl. I told y'all the owls hooked up with the clocks. So now it's owls on and the clocks is sitting together. And so that's why certain seeds and little trail mix can't get out to the other animals because the owls is sitting on top of the clocks. Y'all remember a year ago when the owls started sitting on top of the clock? And right around that time, I said, there are some of the people that be in the same rings at the circus that I'm in, but they act, I don't get to see it no more. Where they at? Where's the other act? And this act came up missing, and they took this act out of the show, and then ain't nobody even seen the actors. They haven't seen the man that jumped through with the fire in his hand. They ain't seen nobody. They all gone. So as soon as the owl sat on top of the clock, all the acts start coming up missing. The ones that's in the same circus I'm in. And never been heard from again. One of the acts is about to be missing from the circus for a whole year. Who was a part of the WOIU? Couple of them, as a matter of fact. Then we found out that it's a whole bunch of black rocks and stuff around, and we found out that it was a black rock from another that was connected with the Black Mountains, and one of they rock pieces of rock had fell off and fell into our yard and was over here and got invited over to the White Mountains that's in Washington. And then they got blocked. Because once I figured out what the heck was going on, I realized. And so then I took that rock and I took it out our yard. Because they was literally a chip off of the black rock. Direct descendant of this mountainous rock here. I said, well, that's interesting. Well, maybe that's why I've been saying. And, I have been watching the black rock and the black rock have been watching me. But then I thought about it. How many times did I say I wasn't kin to somebody and I was? How many times did I say I wasn't cool with a person just to see what you was going to say? And then I thought about it. This is why I've been feeling like the owl's been sitting on top of the clock, because the owls and the black rock and the owls and the clocks was all hooked up together. And ever since I took that black rock and took it out of our lawn, it's been a lot going on with all of my stuff around here. And y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know exactly who I'm talking about. So, interesting. When I kept saying the who was here, they was. The owls, they was here. I said, what I kept telling y'all, I said they over here. And they in here every day. And they was. Because you can go back and you can look at the classes that I teach or I taught and go back and look at the chip off the old blocks account. And it's like clockwork. Y'all know it. Because people started tagging me in the chip off the old block stuff, and I said, y'all know they are part of that. That rock sit in our yard. And then that rock started talking about such and such ain't who y'all think they is. And I said, oh, that's what it is. And everybody's blah, blah, blah. But the people that's acting like them people right there is not who you think they are. And so then that person had to go. Because you never, ever, 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 ever see that person sitting in front of nothing but that door. That door could be anywhere. You never see them walking anywhere. You never see nothing. It's just that right there. Or it's a story behind them. And some of y'all probably still is over there. So you know who I'm talking about. You never, ever, ever see another background. It ain't nothing to put up a stage. That's why I kept feeling like they was over here, because they had a chip off the old block sitting right in our yard. Don't forget the chip off the old block said the people over there from what's the name showed up to his house, remember? Remember I told y'all? And if y'all notice, I ain't said nothing else about it after that. Remember I told y'all? That's when I knew. I said, oh. And when they said that they was a chip off the old Black Rock, I said, oh. Oh, that makes sense. All of it made sense. Like Facebook. Sorry, y'all. I had to run to the bathroom and make me some coffee. So, family, understand that God used YNs and RNs. You missed what class? You probably didn't. This was a long time ago. All you got to do when you go back is just listen to what I'm saying, and you'll know who I'm talking about. You just need to figure out which one you about to be. You gonna be a crash out, or you gonna be a RN? Which one? Did y'all go watch that 2025? Anybody go watch 2025 on Tubi? Did y'all get a chance to check it out? See how they was in there crashing out? Y'all see how they was in there crashing out? That's what I be talking about. They was in there crashing out. All of them. Okay. You hear me? I don't know. They was in there crashing out against each other because there was nobody could understand, and it was all this raw emotion and all of this crazy stuff. And it's a B or C movie, whatever you want to call it. But hopefully you was paying attention. How many of you went back and watched a movie that was popular this time last year, dealing with the world? Y'all went back and watched it and paid attention to the credits? Whole different set of eyes when you seen it this time. It was alarming last year, but it's even more alarming this year, is it not? We just did in a class house model. We went back and I think it was last week. Mm-hmm. Pay attention to every single minute. How many months it's been since we watched it the first time? Y'all know how long it's been? It's 50 degrees. That's crazy. It was November 22nd. November, it's been over a year. November 22nd. It said the initial release was October 25th, 2023. But we seen it in November. So it's been a year and almost a month. Well, a year and a month. Who remembers me saying he's very smart? They're very smart. Who produced that movie? We had a whole class about this. I said people can tell you stuff without telling you. Y'all remember me saying that? I said people can tell you a whole lot. And because they can't just come right out and say certain stuff, you just got to be paying attention. That is a great example of what I've been trying to tell y'all. Because he said a whole bunch, didn't he? Without saying nothing at all. He specifically didn't say it, but he said a whole bunch. That's what I'm talking about. Just because you know, you got to find a different way to say it. You hear me? That part. That part. What you said. Y'all don't think that's a coincidence? Y'all think that's ironic? We had a whole conversation about this, about what it meant and what was happening. Was I wrong? I said, even in the midst of all of that, God tap dancing on somebody's head to make them. Sometimes God will make people tell you they plans. Exactly. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's like raining on a wedding day. It's a free ride when you've already paid. It's the good advice that you just didn't take. And who would have thought it figured? Listen, that is my song. The Wheel. I'm playing that tonight when I get off of here. Yes, baby, that's my song. What you mean? It's we living in that now, ain't we? Come on. We living in it. It's a man, he was afraid to fly. He waited his whole damn life to take that flight, and as the plane crashed down, he thought, well, isn't that nice? Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? That right there, babe. That's music. Music make you think about life like, damn, that is messed up. This nigga waited his whole life, got on the plane and the plane crashed. Well, damn. It's paying for an Uber, and then they say, I'm not going to charge you anything. I already gave you my money. What do you mean? I've already paid for it. You didn't give me a free ride. I paid for it. Are you going to give me my money back? No, but we're going to say this is a free ride. Oh, Jesus. Fine. We'll just leave it there. I'm trying to tell you crazy. What? I already paid for the right. No, it's free. Don't worry about it. I already paid. You tripping and I must be real crazy or sleepy. I don't know, because none of this is making sense. But thanks. So anyway, I'm not gonna keep y'all. I did want to talk to y'all about the perfume and how the perfume has gold flakes in it. Thank you, Hot Tamata, for tagging me. And gold flakes are receptors. You know, they conduct energy and things like that and hold information sometimes. So you'll need to look into the perfume and see the gold flakes that they are putting in the perfume right now that have a lot to do with Osmosis Jones, the movie. Almost the exact same, deal. So once you watch Osmosis Jones, you'll understand about the gold flakes in the perfume. Right? But also, did we not talk about the perfume? And we knew the perfume was coming, so we got handkerchiefs. Didn't we? Because we knew the perfume was going to get a little strong, and so we got handkerchiefs. right? Who got a handkerchief? Shimmer Flakes in Bath and Body Works body spray as well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That part, auntie. Mm-hmm. You bought your handkerchief? I bought mine too. Because sometimes the smell of perfume can get really, really strong. Especially when it got flakes in it. And the flakes look like the flakes that's on the back of all of your clothing tags. I wonder why they would put those kind of flakes. You know? I don't know how I threw that thing away and I meant to show it to y'all. That makes me really crazy. Because I told myself, don't do that. But I did anyway. Whatever. I have safe trash out. Okay? Mm-hmm. So understand that there's flakes in the perfume. And you know, anything that perfume is, you know, it can waft, right? Just like stinky BO can waft, so can perfume. And it goes wherever the wind goes. Does the wind go into your nasal passages and out through your mouth? Hmm. So that means that the gold flakes that's in the perfume can get into your body, can they not? Can they? So, back in 2020, there was some gold flakes mixed in some perfume. But it wasn't a spray. It was like the dropper. Back in 2020, they had some perfume and it had gold flakes in it too, but it wasn't in a spray. It was in a dropper. And some people, when they put the dropper, when they drop the oil on their skin, right? They could stick a quarter to where they dropped the oil or a metal object, and the gold flakes acted like a magnet. So the flakes used to be in the oil, but now the flakes are in the perfume spray. That's all out and everywhere right now. And I would love to show you the video that has somebody tagged me in. So I don't know if y'all can see the videos that I'm tagged in, but you'll want to go look at it because it's very interesting. It's a dance that people used to do, I think back in the late 2000s or something, called the Matrix. Ain't that dance where you bend all the way back and you come around like this? Y'all remember that dance? Wasn't it a dance called the Matrix? It was gold flakes in that movie too. It was gold flakes everywhere in that movie. They was just everywhere. And them same gold flakes was in the dropper oil from 2020, and now they in a perfume spray in 2024. Little bitty, bitty, bitty gold flakes. Beautiful little bitty gold flakes that receive and store energy. Mm, little bitty micro pieces of gold. And whatever goes into your body, like if you drink gold, it affects your body, right? Doesn't, if you drink gold, it does stuff to your body. So I wonder what happens if it's just a whole bunch of little gold flakes. You start to become what you take in, right? Right? Get your handkerchiefs ready. Because there's different perfume qualities. And some perfumes make it really, really hard to breathe. You ever walked in a room and somebody sprayed some really, 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 really strong perfume? Sometimes you can't even stay in that area. You gotta go to another area. Right. You gotta go to another area because that perfume is so strong it almost take your breath away. It can start you to choking and all kind of stuff, right? Right? So the old people used to keep them a handkerchief just in case they walk in a room and somebody's perfume was way too strong. They kept it with them at all times just in case they had to cover their nose and their mouth so that they don't like vomit everywhere or, you know, that kind of thing. So you'll want to keep your handkerchief with you because people just be spraying perfume all over the place and it just be a lot. And it got gold flakes in it, so you never know how that's going to affect your body. Keep your handkerchief handy, honey. A little rag or something. Do y'all think that's weird that everybody is talking about the perfume? And God told us about the perfume 3 years ago? Yeah, because mm-hmm. He be sneezing every time. Interesting. I know some perfume can make people feel not well. It can actually make you sick. Pearberry does that for me. When I smell pearberry, it make me want to. That and cucumber melon, I can't do them since I was pregnant with my daughter, and love spell. Those three, I don't care. I can't. So it's a lot of perfume that is being sprayed, and it makes people feel like that. It makes people feel nauseated, like they want to lay down. You know, some it just instantly make you like, I can't. But God told us 3 years ago that about all of the different types of perfumes that we're gonna be coming out, and that, excuse me, you might not just be able to. Perfume is making you itch too. Interesting. You said those are my sickly smells, right? Right. So understand that a lot of people are smelling the perfume and it is making them sick to their stomachs. Mm, a lot of people. And not just in our area, but in all the areas. I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but the new perfume came out in the UK too. And a lot of the people that are over there said that, yeah, they don't really care for the smell of it, and it's making a lot of people ill when they smell it too. So nobody likes the smell of it. It's maybe the makers of that perfume, they know what they're doing because it's marketing, but it's not making everybody feel good. Like it's not a fragrance that everybody likes to smell, and so it's making a lot of people not well. So it might be something they're putting in it. I don't know. You know how it could just be like one thing. Maybe they added an extra flower or something, and you'd be like, it's nice, but it's just something with that it's that last little bit of it just made me sick, like that. Mm-hmm. Y'all think this is crazy? That this perfume is everywhere, and everybody that be it's interesting, isn't it? I think we all think it was a nice idea. Mm-hmm. Anybody been to the grocery store lately? I've been seeing a lot of people prophesy some of the things that we've studied here. God is telling people to get ready and to have 30 days of just emergency supplies on hand and this and that. I said, that's interesting. It's scary because I'm sure he was saying it back then, but maybe people were scared to say it because they didn't want to sound like they was crazy. But I know he's been speaking very loudly for a very long time. Y'all remember we talked about the 200 million ants? The army ants. Remember we talked about the 200 million army ants? You said that certain things, prices are going back up. Mm-hmm. Who remembers us talking about the 200 million army ants? Y'all remember that? Us talking about the ants? Do y'all realize that if most states adopt what Oklahoma did, that's how they will get that? That's how the 200 million ants are going to come about. Remember we was trying to figure it out recently. We did a class on it on the 29th of last month. On the 29th of November, we did a class about it. And now, a month later, around the same time, we figured out how they will be able to do that. Interesting, right? Remember, we was like, how they going? That's how. Gotta be answering questions within 30 days, boy. Cause I was sure like, how you going? That's how. They're closing regional chains around you. They doing it everywhere. Mm-hmm. So that's how we know. Mm-mm. I love y'all. I'm not gonna keep y'all up because I know it's late. It's already 12:30. Lord Jesus, that means I'm probably not going to bed till 2. Yep, I'm about to go get my bed, but I just wanted to let y'all know, just in case you didn't. And thank you, Hatsumata. But also, if you've been slacking on getting your handkerchiefs and all that kind of stuff, you better hurry up. Because in a minute, you ain't going to be able to get 2 handkerchiefs for the price. You're going to get 1 for the price of 4 handkerchiefs in a minute. So you'll need to hurry. Because a lot of those things they're made in China. in different places. And so you'll want to get as much of your handkerchiefs and things like that as you can. Okay? No, you weren't crazy about the perfume. We talked about it. That's why we bought handkerchiefs. We bought handkerchiefs because we figured that at some point in time somebody was going to come out with some perfume that was way too strong. That's why we bought the handkerchiefs. This is why one of the main things I kept saying is you need to have a handkerchief for everybody in your house. Because the perfume quality is going to be crazy. I mean, somebody can make a really strong perfume, and then if when you smell it, it makes you sick, you'll need to have a handkerchief to cover your nose and your mouth. That's why we bought handkerchiefs. Okay. Well, God knows. He does. Mm-hmm. He knows. So, I love y'all. I hope y'all have a good night or morning. Um, I don't know if I'll see y'all tomorrow. Probably will, but I don't know what time because I've been waking up in the afternoons. So, I love y'all. Say y'all prayers. And go watch Osmosis Jones, please, with the kids. Not tonight, maybe, because it's late, but tomorrow. If you got babies at home that ain't went back to school yet. Yep, I love y'all.